What's up? Hope you guys are doing well. Today, we're going to look at a CNC type tool called Chaos, which will allow us to generate binaries to control remote operating systems. This is, of course, an educational video. We're just going to be running some tests and looking at things in an isolated environment to learn. So let's look at some of the features that Chaos has to offer. We can see that it enables a reverse shell and downloading, uploading, deleting files, taking screenshots, traversing a file system, getting OS information, and some other features. It looks pretty good. The clients it supports are Windows and Linux, and for the server, I think also Windows and Linux. So that's pretty cool. So in our quick start, we can either install this locally by making sure we have Go installed and then just cloning the repository and running it. Alternatively, we can run a Docker container or deploy this app on Heroku. We are going to be using the Docker container method in this video. It seems the easiest. We'll open up a terminal and make sure we have Docker. If we don't, we will need to run the appropriate command to get it. Now that we have Docker installed, let's run the Docker container. And then Chaos is now listening on localhost port 8080. So let's navigate there in our web browser. And once we're prompted to log in, we will log in with the default creds listed in the GitHub README. Admin. And our dashboard shows all of our connected devices, which is currently none. It's a pretty clean interface. It displays the information we need to see and nothing more. No heavy graphics, fast, elegant. I like it. So we'll go to Chaos Manage, Generate Client. We'll enter a server address of localhost just for our tests. Server port 8080. And then we'll generate executables for Windows with run hidden on and off. If we actually look at our feature set table, we can see that the Windows and Linux clients offer different features. So for example, Windows has run hidden true, Linux does not support that. So let's generate a version of Windows with run hidden on. Now we'll generate a binary for Windows with run hidden off. And let's generate a binary for Linux with the only option of run hidden off. Now let's scan them with antiviruses. This is going to be our Windows binary with run hidden enabled. 436B, this is going to be our Windows binary with run hidden disabled. And this extensionless file is going to be our Linux binary with run hidden disabled. As far as detection rates go, the Linux binary has the lowest detection rate, 5 out of 64. Then the Windows binary with run hidden disabled has the next lowest detection rate of 10 out of 71. And in last place is our Windows binary with run hidden true at 23 out of 72. Since we're in Linux right now on Ubuntu 22, let's go ahead and execute the Linux binary and see what happens. So we'll go back to our dashboard, no connected devices. We'll open up a new terminal tab and traverse to where we generated that binary. Let's make it executable and we'll execute it. We refresh in our dashboard here. Yes, we see a new connected device. So we have the basic information, the IP address, Mac, OS, username, hostname. We have management actions here that allow us to do a few different things. We can spawn a remote shell, take a screenshot, traverse the file system, open a URL, and do some operating system actions. Let's just go from top to bottom. So we'll start with the remote shell. Let's print the working directory. So we start live in the directory where the binary lives. So can we traverse and do a print working directory? So we stay in the current working directory of where we start live with this shell. That's fine, because that allows us to do other things, like maybe download another file and then execute it. Oh, that's very interesting. I didn't expect catting HTML. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. Rendered the HTML here. Very interesting. Huh, okay, cool. So that works pretty well, actually. This is a very responsive interface. It prints out the information, keeps everything in a log here. Can we leave the shell and go back to it? Does it keep, so it doesn't keep the log history, but that's okay. Let's try taking a snapshot. We'll open it up in an image viewer. That didn't really seem to work. It's just a black screen, which is not the case. Let's try another screenshot. Maybe we'll open it up in Firefox. That's also a black screen. That test did not pass for us. File Explorer. Let's traverse the file system. So we have access to all this user's directories, everything that they own. We can download their files, delete them. Okay. Yeah, we have this foo.html. We can delete that. And then maybe we can go back to our remote shell, do an ls. So yeah, foo.html is no longer here. So that did work. Can we traverse the file system? And let's see, if we try to go into directories that we do not own, that will be interesting. Let's try to go to root. Great, permission denied, that's what I would expect. So if we actually go back and launch this binary again with higher privileges. Now, our username even updated now to root with a group of root. So if we go back to the File Explorer, we start life in root, and we can actually look in any directory at any file. We can go to etc inish. Yep. Start deleting stuff. Do we have a way to delete entire directories? That could be fun. I don't see a way to delete entire directories. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, the File Explorer is pretty responsive. I like that a lot. Open URL, let's give that a shot. Says URL opened successfully. I don't see that anything was opened. Oh, maybe it's because it actually opened up a process as root. And I'm not logged into root right now. Yeah, let's actually test this again with Wade as the user. And we'll open up a URL for Wade. Yep, that was the reason. So, and then it says, oops, error opening URL. That's kind of funny. It worked. It worked. And then we have some of these functions. And there were some differences between Linux and Windows. So let's just look at the table. We have access to, on Linux, restarting and shutting down. We aren't able to lock the screen or sign out. So we could test those. I think we should have a lot of fun and shut things down the old-fashioned way. No preserve root. Yeah, I wonder if these sudo commands are being honored. I don't see any interactive screens here to enter in a password, so perhaps not. Let's run this as root and come back into the remote shell and shut down the old-fashioned way. So that was chaos. You know, the detection rates are pretty low for the Linux binaries. As you enable more evasive measures, so to speak, with the Windows. Oh, as you enable more evasive measures with the Windows, it seems to become more detectable. So run hidden's no bueno. Even without run hidden, it's still pretty detectable. But there are low detection rates for the Linux binary. And as you can see, the remote shell is responsive. This user interface is very nice. It's very clean. I think things are gonna stop working for me soon. So yeah. Can I go? Oh, awesome. Hey, I think I improved Google's website. This looks much better.